Well, it didn't take long for the world to start playing who can blink first, again. This week, NATO jets scrambled over the Baltic after Russian military planes accidentally wandered into restricted airspace. Accidentally. You know, like how a raccoon accidentally wanders into your kitchen after smelling pizza. According to reports, 2 Russian bombers and a fighter jet approached NATO territory without transponders, basically flying blind, prompting an international round of "what the hell is happening?" The result: scrambled jets, tense radio chatter, and enough finger-pointing to start a new Cold War sequel, Cold War II, The Reckoning. Now Moscow says it was a routine flight. Of course, because nothing says routine like flying nuclear-capable aircraft next to Poland at breakfast time. Meanwhile, NATO says it was provocative, which in diplomatic language means we nearly lost our minds, but we're pretending we didn't. Let's be real. This isn't about one flight. It's about constant brinkmanship. Russia loves poking the NATO bear just to see how loud it growls, and NATO loves making statements like, "We urge de-escalation," which is code for, "Please stop. We're trying to look calm on TV." The Baltic skies are basically high-stakes tag now. Every few weeks, a new incident, a new round of denials, and a new excuse to move more tanks east. The irony: both sides claim they're acting in the name of stability. Yes, because nothing stabilizes the world like 30 fighter jets doing synchronized dance moves at Mach 2 over the ocean. And while governments posture, regular people just want to know if this means higher gas prices or new TikTok bans. Because in 2025, the average citizen hears geopolitical escalation and immediately asks, is Wi-Fi affected? Behind the scenes, military analysts are sweating. The rules of engagement in the Baltic are thin as tissue paper, and one wrong blip on a radar could turn a close call into global headlines. We've seen it before. One pilot misreads a signal, one missile goes rogue, and suddenly we're trending under NATOWW3. The politicians, of course, will assure everyone it's under control. That's the same phrase they used before every major crisis since 1914. Spoiler: it was never under control. So why keep doing it? Because both sides need the drama. Russia wants to show strength, the look-at-me move of international politics. NATO wants to prove unity, even when half the members secretly argue about defense spending over croissants. It's theater with military hardware. And every time they act out, the rest of the world gets a reminder that peace is just an intermission between 2 bouts of arrogance. Meanwhile, Western media has already rolled out the dramatic headlines. Putin pushes the line, NATO responds with restraint, and somewhere in the middle, the truth quietly takes a nap. Because the real story isn't about borders or pride, it's about fear. Fear sells, fear unites. Fear keeps military budgets alive, and as usual, when superpowers flex, it's not generals who pay the price. It's the civilians caught in between. So here we are again. 2 sides, 1 sky, and 0 common sense. The planet's biggest egos are playing chicken at 40,000 feet, and we're all the passengers hoping they don't collide. If history has taught us anything, it's that wars don't start with declarations. They start with misunderstandings. And given the current lineup, misunderstanding is practically policy, so keep your seatbelts fastened, world. Because the sky's crowded, the tempers are short, and diplomacy's running on fumes.